Well,
yeah, plot hole. No, maybe not. So you were playing on normal?
Yeah.
Because
that's the normal.
That's the normal.
I mean, I tried Sons of Liberty.
Now, I remember this.
Couldn't do that.
This song is beautiful.
I couldn't do this. I just can't snake for the life of me.
That's one of the main things I really appreciate about Metal Gear. It's the soundtracks.
Yeah.
Really amazing.
I
remember playing this. I played a bit of the first one.
Graphics are amazing.
At that time, they fucking were.
I think it actually kind of still holds up.
Yeah.
I remember the PlayStation 1 graphics. Don't get that wrong. I think this is actually pretty good for PlayStation 1.
Did you notice the thing out of his mouth when he's...
I'm going to swat down a couple of bombs.
Just reread them.
It's not steam. What's it called?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
When he breathes, you can
Cold air.
Cold air. That's a good detail.
And it's actually a reoccurring thing. Yeah. And you can actually use it. And there we got liquid. But yeah, the music in Metal Gear has always been great. And in Metal Gear 2 they stepped it up where when they hired Harry Gregson Williams. He also made the music for The Rock.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
You can press the X button
to take the elevator
and
to the surface.
then you will get to
But make sure nobody sees you.
Like where you can
If you need
just
to, contact me by codec.
Voiced, and then you
The
can
frequency
just
is
mash fucking X button and get through.
140.85.
In the later
When you
games,
wanna
you press
use
the
the
X button and
codec,
then hold the
push the
triangle button
select
and you will
button.
fast forward.
When we need to
Why
contact
would
you,
I'm just
the
thinking
codec
like,
will beep.
you don't...
When you hear that noise,
If you're a fan
press
of
the
Metal
select
Gear, you
button.
should kind of be a
The
fan of the
codec's
whole
receiver
package.
directly
Otherwise you
stimulates the
wouldn't
small
really
bones of your
get
ear.
anything out of it.
No one
Yeah,
but you will
but
be
there
able
are
to hear
people
it.
who are like more
Got it.
casual.
I guess
I'm ready
it's
to
for
go.
people who played it a lot of times before and they want to skip to the good parts.
Yeah, like, but
I do the same thing with with a good deal of my games when I replay them.
Yeah, there's some replay thing.
I recently did. I did Fable 3 once again, and unlike most people, I actually like Fable 3. But I did that again. I just skipped all the cutscenes because I just wanted to play the game because it's a light-hearted, good RPG.
Okay, hold on.
That underwater stuff looked great compared to how...
Screen mode. Full screen.
Absolutely, it did.
Go down in the water again, I want to see that. It looked really good. Look at the camera, it just changes.
Really, really cool for a PlayStation.
Like, that's really great.
And the cool thing is that your air sooner later in the game you'll hit the water again, but your oxygen will drain much faster. And the reason for that is because you're wearing the scuba gear.
Oh well, I was going to think that the nanomites thing here had worn out after 12 hours nanomachines.
Yeah, but this is supposed to take place in the span of these 12 hours.
All right, fair enough. Despite however long it takes.
Oh Jesus! I forgot how to sneak.
I need to get into the controls. But yeah, when did you try a game that had the credits rolling in game?
No, I can't remember. But I tried a few, but I just can't remember when.
But this was kind of some of the first games that did that.
But the fact, but playing through like a, well, obviously this is your favorite game.
Yeah.
Of all time, or series at least.
Actually, I think that Metal Gear 1 might. Either Metal Gear 1 or Metal Gear 2 are my favorite games of all time.
Really fucked. Actually, kind of makes me
an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down.
I just really went
better hide some.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the toilet.
No spoilers.
I'm gonna go.
After 10 years, I still haven't completed that game. So I figured out the ending, but I haven't seen it, so I haven't cried yet. So I'm pretty sure if I do that,
I'm out.
Do a let's play of that game.
Enjoy the fucking game.
If I do that, I'm probably gonna end up crying on stream, which is probably bad.
A lot of people have been asking me to. Are expecting me to do that with my The Walking Dead.
No, still haven't played that either. I'm such a lousy gamer, actually.
But that's because you use like hours on completing every single 0.00001% of every game.
But I wanted all those goddamn war assets.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Although
I'm just giving you the reason.
And I did kind of play like, well, it's been a year since Mass Effect 3. I think I played Mass Effect 3 through 4 times in that span, alongside all the DLC, and then I played the entire series as a continuously.
Okay. Don't worry, there was.
Oh, okay. Actually, I was just wondering. Oh shit.
Trust me, you'll hear the telltale sound of you being spotted, but.
Alright, fair enough. But yeah, I can't help but actually do explore stuff like that, and especially if it's a game I enjoy, I do also play the DLC all the way through. It's just, well, it's just.
I'm the same way.
But unlike you, actually, though I do play a lot less games.
Yeah.
I tend to be rather picky about games.
So here's the awesome scene. Here's the awesome scene.
Cool.
But yeah, I think this is either my 4th or 5th playthrough of this game.
Interesting.
If you count.
And why haven't you removed the scuba gear?
Well, that's because he didn't really want to leave any trace, I think.
Oh well. See, that's the reason why I'll never make a good spy.
Well, maybe it's because that he wanted to make sure that he could, like, if need be, jump into the water.
Yeah. And they even had water effects there for PlayStation 1, which is really cool, actually. Mind you, pixelated and stuff, but obviously it's a PlayStation 1 game.
Yeah.
It's not a PlayStation 4 game.
And that's what really gets me about Metal Gear 1, is that it tried to be more than a PlayStation 1 game.
Considering how graphic-wise most PlayStation 1 games is, this is actually really, really good. And there are PlayStation 2 games that does the same level as this. Obviously, those are mostly bad games, but...
Well, like, there are PlayStation 2 games that try to be PlayStation 3 games, like, well, of course, the Metal Gear series, but also God of War and Silent Hill 2 and 3.
Oh, yes.
So the fucking graphic, have you seen that?
Yeah, I know. To some degree, I'd say Final Fantasy 10, 2, and 12, actually, too, because...
Some of those graphics were fucking nuts.
Oh, the cutscenes in Final Fantasy?
Nuts.
Oh, boy. And I've already apologized for comparing a lot of stuff to Final Fantasy, but it's just an amazing game. And I haven't played the 7th one. Kill me for that later.
This Let's Play is pretty much just us gushing about our favorite games.
It's Snake.
That's actually what we do all the time.
Yeah.
Excellent, Snake.
If we're really lucky, we'll have a lot of quotations later on. This will just be one massive
Nice
quote.
and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Okay, I'm back. So, recap the whole thing. To where we're on.
Well, we kind of finished the game. Oh, Jennifer
If it
Hale.
weren't for your suit and your shot,
I
it
swear to
would've turned
God, whenever
impossible
people
up there.
have mentioned Jennifer Hale,
I'm all like,
before I saw a picture of her, honest to God, every time people said Jennifer Hale, I pictured her looking like this.
Well, she's not the prettiest girl around, but
I would still get a sniffy if she just stood up and yelled at me.
we already discussed that one off camera, though. She is.
Remember this?
What's that noise?
She's an
What was that?
She's an amazing voice actress.
Did they
Colonel.
include footprints in the snow in this?
And
Yeah.
A Russian gunship.
I remember being pretty excited about that.
this is also one of the things, like,
This is where it's on the Soviet national anthem.
no. But this is one of the things that also got me, because way back in the day, when I played PlayStation 1 games, my memory is limited and it's not a whole lot of PlayStation 1 games I've played, but the amount of detail and the amount of thought put into games, like, especially in this game, was insane. Like, they actually went out and read up on weapons and other stuff of military equipment. Like, and this was before the internet really became all that popular.
And that's why the code thing on the back of the thing.
Yeah.
Only 18 hours
That's
left
the
until
thing
their
about being a
deadline.
kid.
You've got to hurry.
Naming guns and
Wow,
tanks
you
and
must be
stuff
crazy to
actually
fly
kinda
high
cool.
in this
Yeah,
kind of
because
weather.
oh my God, I'm like a
Who's that?
soldier now because I know
Oh,
this
sorry.
Exactly. That's how pretty much all small boys
shit.
She was assigned to us as our visual and
Meaning?
data processing specialist.
Ding dong.
She designed
Ding dong.
Kodak, as well as
That's racist.
Soliton radar
That's
system.
one you call if you want fried
Contact her
rice.
if you have any
But
questions about either.
before we get further in this,
Nice to meet you,
playthrough,
It's an honor to speak to her.
Before we get
Something
into
legend like yourself.
bring it. Yes, before we get further into this Let's Play,
What's wrong?
I apologize for everyone's
I just didn't expect a world-class
racial
designer of military
tendencies.
technology to
Or,
be so.
unintended racial jokes
You
and
just
political
flattered
jokes and whatever might come up.
That's just how we are.
Yeah,
Well, I know I'm
we don't
bored
mean
for
anything
the
by it.
next
Actually,
18 hours.
It's just the
Come
poops and
on.
giggles.
we're actually
I can't
rather
believe
lovely
I'm
people
being hit on by
occasionally.
the famous
Okay,
solid
okay.
snake.
I can't believe I'm hit on by the
surprised.
famous
You're
solid
very
snake.
frank for a trained killer.
Looks
That's
like
harsh.
we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
looking forward to learning about the man behind
Right
it.
on my metal.
But first, let me
How
explain
about you
your
take
solar
me
car
home and
radar
see
system.
my solid snake?
No, that's. I tried to really avoid that.
I'll pour out some
Okay.
liquid.
The red
No,
dots are your
Oh
enemies.
no!
The blue cone shape represents their field
Footprints.
of vision.
And the thing here.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing
those
and vision
soldiers
due to
are
their gene
clones.
therapy.
No.
Make sure you don't let
But
them
she
see.
just called them genome.
First,
Yeah,
I
they
want you to infiltrate the
have been
disposal
through a
site
genome
and
project.
look for the
They
DARPA chief.
have also
The
gotten
DARPA
some
chief was
nanomachines to
injected
make
with the
them
same
especially
GPS
skilled.
transmitting nanomachines
cool.
as you.
Okay.
He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Hyper
Get whatever information you can from him about the
Yes.
terrorists. If
Yeah.
he's alive, that is.
So when's Marcus Phoenix coming around?
Marcus speaking.
Where's my wife?
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy,
Oh, I
you won't
can't
be
even
able to
remember
use
quotes
it.
from.
Yes, it gets
Carmine
jammed
right
easily,
now,
I'm
that's
afraid.
Yes,
Big.
it's all
Have you seen Carmine's
You won't be
alternate
able to
death
use
in
it in
Gears
an
of War
area
3?
with strong
yeah,
harmonic
Oh, it's
resonance.
amazing.
So we
And
can't-
just for the record, I haven't played Gears of War 3.
No
all like
spoilers.
that.
It's not a spoiler. It's a joke. Yeah.
You said alternate death.
Yeah, it's a joke death. You wanna know it?
You remember the
Seriously, Snake, we're here to
the
back
thing
you
about
up, so call if you
T-shirts.
need
the fans that
information or
choose whether he
advice.
lived or died.
I'm
I'm
also
not
in
gonna
charge
spoil
of
how he
mission
played. I
data.
loved it.
Contact
No,
me if
but
you want me to record your current
Just wait, just
status.
YouTube it.
My
Carmine
frequency
alternate.
is
Speaking of the deal, my brother and I actually thought about it.
1.96.
We were
It's a
discussing
dedicated
cosplays.
frequency for safe
Doing
data.
cosplays together.
Don't forget it.
And we were thinking, what could we do that
Remember,
pretty much the
except
same
for
thing
your
combined.
binoculars, you're naked.
And for 5
You
minutes
need
of
to arm
we both
yourself
looked at
with
each other
whatever
and
weapon
went,
you
Carmine!
I remember. First I'm strip
currently we're
searched by
trying to
Dr.
discuss
Naomi
who should
here,
have
and
the
then all
most,
my weapons
who
are
should be
taken
Carmine
away.
with the most horrible
Imagine
death.
yourself put in that position.
Probably the
Well, if
one
you make it back in one piece, maybe
Yeah,
I'll
that's
let you
gonna be
do
my
a
brother.
strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to
He's so
disappoint you, but I did
smooth.
manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
You never know, like
How politically incorrect.
with
I love it.
laser stuff, whatever.
And that's just, you know,
If you
I
want to
think
get
it
in,
was in the
there's the
early
front door.
Persona games as well, but this was one of the
It's the
games that
fastest
introduced
way,
a
but there's too
protagonist
much risk
that
being
actually
spotted by the
had
enemy.
some
I
flaws.
can't
Like,
just knock on
Snake
the
is
door
a
and
heavy
ask them to
smoker.
let me in.
And that
One
that
section
actually
on the
makes them
left,
human.
and
Yeah,
one
and
That's something you see in most
They're armed
games
with five
nowadays. Yeah, but
sixes,
characters aren't really
pineapples.
human.
They're just, you know, too perfect.
Exactly. For instance, I know it's probably a bad comparison, but Duke Nukem,
Yeah.
obviously he's a cool character, but
What
by
about
being
the
so
air duct
politically
near the
incorrect, he's
door?
also slightly human, which is cool.
Okay. Yeah.
If you weren't so over the top, obviously.
Okay, let's try and find another example though.
Yeah, but
yeah, I get what you're saying. yeah.
Actually, I know this is
I can't
blasphemy.
see it from here.
Shepard.
Yeah, because you can totally. Yeah.
Shepard from
I'll let you decide the
Mass
best
Effect. I
way.
personally think that he is a little too
Counting on you,
perfect.
Snake.
Well, that's true.
Everything he does is always the correct answer.
Yeah.
And, well, unless it's like one of those multiple choices where you end up killing everyone by saying
Well,
the wrong thing.
yeah.
But he's, and everyone falls in fucking love with him. Like, I would love to see, like, you choose someone and
Yeah.
you just get blue ball.
But I gotta have to.
Actually, let me spoil a little here for Mass Effect 2. You do that if you choose Samara. She's gonna blue ball you totally. And I actually thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, I agree with you, and that was why I would pretty much.
I'm gonna have to totally disagree with both of you though,
Oh.
because I study stuff,
Stuff.
and in the stuff
What
that
a great description.
and in the stuff that I study,
Okay. Move!
Jesus, in the stuff that I study.
Ah, crap, and here comes the guy. I'm spotted.
Oh fuck.
Just go around the corner.
Oh. In the stuff that I study both the games Mass Effect and
Because you can't see people through glass, obviously.
and The Walking Dead, and those protagonists from those games are not characters apparently.
Oh, damn.
Shepard is apparently not a character; he's an avatar.
He's a medium between you and
Yeah,
the game.
Yeah, and you can't say whether he's perfect or not, because if you want to, you can go just whore your way through the game and drink and be a dick and it's a gameplay aspect, I guess. But you can choose however you want to be.
That's actually true, but
he's got a background story. I get that. But you choose the background story. You don't do that in The Walking Dead. You still go
being a drill
and
instructor,
choose how
so I
you
moved out
react
here
to other
for some
people.
peace.
So I can't. After what my teacher said, I can't agree with this. But if I didn't know better, I would say that he's a character.
Well, yeah.
Campbell told me
The
about
individual
the
shepherd is a
situation.
character. For instance,
I
my
thought I
shepherd
might
is a
be of
character.
some
Your
use.
shepherd is
There's a shepherd in the
No one I'd rather
in the
have in a
books, I guess.
foxhole than
Yeah,
you.
the books
Well,
don't deal with
I know
shepherds.
lots
That's
about
what
survival
it's
in a
called.
harsh
One that deals with
environment.
retrieving
I've lived in
corpses and
Alaska
stuff
longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora.
But we need to
or
kind
fauna
of
here.
still round
My
off
frequency
this.
is
Tangent.
1
Yeah, this discussion about an imperfect character, because if you see, Snake is very flawed, which is great. But what other games? If we take like a more newer game, like
just before we continue this line of thought, who we just met over the codec is Snake's old teacher, McDonald Miller.
Yeah.
I taught him math and shit.
If we have any problems with surviving in the harsh environment or something, we have to contact him.
And you got his number or what?
Yeah.
Cool. Although the numbers aren't here, I noticed it earlier.
Is there a list of numbers?
Actually, listen, I just checked the manual. Just
What about the bench shaft
to
cleaning?
see stuff.
They just opened the vent.
That was when you actually had
starts
awesome
spraying
stuff
for
in
rats.
That was
there.
actually when a manual was thick and filled with cool things. Like there's artwork in here.
Shut
man.
those cupboards as soon as they're done
cool.
spraying.
And there's how you use
Also,
the
keep your eye on
DualShock
that woman
and
in the cell.
DualShock controller.
Get careless now.
I love this.
Without spoiling anything, I would say flawed characters BioShock
Bioshock?
and BioShock Infinite.
Even
definitely.
even the secret
Definitely
ones in there.
We got Nastasia Romanenko. Remind me of that later on.
Alright,
we can call her now, and then it'll actually be pointed into.
What about Raiden? Flawed character?
Flawed, definitely flawed.
Yep.
What's the number?
For Natasha,
Nastasia.
14152.
This is Nastasia Romanenko. A pleasure.
I played this game too
With you,
much.
Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist
I
at
have
the
to think about flawed characters. I
That's
can't
me.
do anything.
You can ask me anything about that
I'm
you
lost.
want.
It's lost
I
speechless
am
here too.
also
no, I
intelligent
looked at the
analyst,
shelf,
so
mate.
I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems
I
as
just need to
well.
find two more than
They asked me to participate
the
in
guy
this
from
operation
Far Cry.
as a supervisor from the
Yeah,
nuclear
definitely. The
emergency
main
search
character of
team.
Far Cry.
Here's a guy also. He might not be the
We
greatest
must not
character.
allow
Altair.
terrorists to
Altair.
get their
Yes,
hands on
he's a
nuclear
flawed character.
weapons
Desmond
anytime.
Miles is flawed due
I
to
hope I can
writing.
help you to
And you do it. What origin does that guy have? Is he like?
No, you
Serious
get
about
to see the
launching a
drinking,
nuclear
his
weapon?
drinking
The
problems and
world
stuff
cannot
in the
stand by
start of
idly
Assassin's
and
Creed
allow
3.
that to happen.
I think Desmond
And
is
neither
actually
can
quite
I.
okay. As a flawed character.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
all
and
I can
definitely
do from
Ezio.
here
Very
is
flawed.
provide
Ezio,
you with
very
information.
You know why he's so interesting?
Another
Because
soldier here wouldn't make a
he's the
difference
ladies'
anyway.
man, but he has
Good to work with you,
responsibilities as
Nastasia.
well. If you remember in the
Same
start of
here,
Assassin's Creed
Snake.
2, like he's very like, babbidi
Oh yeah,
boopy,
yes, I'm gonna take the
babbidi
ladies.
boopy, and that's why people love him. And when we go to Connor in the third game, people are like, but it's not Ezio.
And it's Connor, who is like a brick fucking
to-
wall.
yeah, he's not.
To be honest, with Revelations, I actually kind of rushed too because I was getting a little tired of it. I was glad to see the story end.
Yeah, but
And
it's not a bad idea to continue.
No, absolutely not.
It's just the best character is still Ezio.
But I was really glad to see when I saw the Embers DVDs with the collector's edition.
Yeah, the Embers thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really glad to see Ezio. And sorry for spoilers here, folks. I was glad to see Ezio get a death.
Get a death. Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
I really wanted that because he deserved it. But I was also glad to see he's over.
Yep.
Because after playing through the second game, Brotherhood, Revelations, and I believe the DS game, I was a little tired of Ezio.
Yeah, it
I
makes
was looking
sense.
forward to Connor, and I thought the concept of Connor would be kind of cool. The outfit was amazing.
Press
And if
the
we actually
action
talk
button
about
to drop
that
down.
and compare it to Metal Gear, we can say that 'cause I've heard some rumors. I don't know if it's true, but David Hayter is maybe not going to voice Snake in the next game. I think it's a rumor though.
Actually,
Actually, he confirmed
And
that.
I think, and I
He-
just
he has
before we-
confirmed it.
but I just think that would be kind of a, for me, I wouldn't mind because
Use
I don't
the
have any
elevator
real
to change floors.
affinity for David
There should
Hayter.
be
I know
a
he's
cargo
good and
elevator
stuff,
that
and
you
he's a
can
good
take down
writer and a
somewhere
good
around
voice
there.
actor, but I
Try
don't
to
really
find it.
live and die by the Metal Gear series having him in it. But Riiser totally does.
Like I live and die through Shipper.
But still, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with Metal Gear 5. But for now, I'm just enjoying playing this.
You're fucked.
It's really cool.
Okay.
Metal Gear games, I get it.
Now for a little for a little Metal Gear fanboy thing.
Yes. Moment. Activating fanboy mode.
Oh, holy shit! I already got the gun. Okay, but a thing about Hideo Kojima is that he is a cunt.
Well,
Hideo Kojima is a fucking cunt, and the reason why I say that is because he loves to break your balls. Like the trailers.
Break my balls.
Break my balls.
House breaks.
The very first trailer that was for Metal Gear 2 was where you saw Snake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And he didn't lie to you. You did get to play Snake, but it was in a prologue for the actual game.
Yep. Well,
in Metal Gear 3, they only showed like small pictures of Snake, and the first thing you see of Snake in Metal Gear 3 is him taking off his mask and wearing well, I won't spoil that, but it's not Snake.
So the little Metal Gear I played, Under Liberty, that's the second game, right?
Yeah.
Well, because I believe there's quite a few called Metal Gear 2, which is the extra title.
Substance and Substance.
Like that. So the thing I played on the ship, that's actually a prologue.
Yeah, that's a prologue.
Okay, interesting. And I couldn't get through the fucking prologue. Guess why I played a hunt and not a rogue in World of Warcraft?
And just to continue this, Hideo Kojima is a cunt, and he loves to fool people. And so, like Metal Gear Revengeance, if you watch my earlier videos, people out there on YouTube, if you watch my Fear Let's Plays, you'll see that I actually called it, because the trailers we saw of Metal Gear Revengeance was a complete butt-fucking of Raiden as a character. And that was the point. You were supposed to get butthurt. You were supposed to hate what you thought that Raiden had become. But these scenes were either taken out of context or never actually in the game.
But that's like we discussed the other day in private. It's a great way to get people to talk about your product, like PlayStation said. It's only online, and PlayStation was all like, we don't want used games. I have the manual here if you need names.
No, I'm just saying it because it was.
Did you talk about the Phantom Pain thing yet?
No. But it's like that. PlayStation said we don't want used games, and Xbox said it's only going to be online. It's a great way to get people to talk about your product. Yeah, mind you, they talk about it in a negative way, but it creates
bad press is still good press.
It's a very, very cheap way to get press out there. And like you then said, when they then go out and say, well, it's not going to be online only.
Well, we don't know that yet, but that's probably what they're doing.
Then most people are going to be all like, oh well, they're listening to the fans actually.
Yeah,
Which in turn, but they might actually not be doing.
They had a plan all along.
Exactly. It's actually a good line of thought, and it's a great amount of money. Hello there.
Is that a woman?
Not him.
Why would you?
No. But that's actually a great way of marketing. I study marketing, so I know a little bit about this.
Snake, the Dharma Chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area.
Get people to
Is
talk
there some place to
How
drop
much
down?
did we talk about
Take a look around in first-person view
no
mode.
used games thing?
Yeah.
Because I buy a lot of used games.
I buy a lot of these games.
And I was like, well, I'm a student. I can't afford to buy all the new games that I really want. So I'd like to pay a little less and buy a used game.
And with EA now disbanding the whole online pass thing, then
that's gonna make it even better.
Yeah, it's gonna make it even easier.
Who's that?
Who's that?
And then we
Did
talk
he have
about
a pixelated mustache?
yeah,
hopefully.
And then we spend hours discussing the Xbox online only, and it won't affect us because we're from Denmark and we have a rather good and stable connection in Denmark.
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
But
Really? My tie is glued to my fucking shirt.
It's part of it.
What's going on?
You don't look like one of them.
I'm a bird.
I love the fact that they introduced the voice actor in the same line as the name.
That's actually quite cool.
It makes it look like a movie.
It does. Reminding of a movie, I showed you the cover art of Beyond Two Souls.
Really have the ability.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it yet.
You still haven't?
I haven't.
It's so cool because it's like
They
really
say
cool
if they
artwork.
don't accede to their
And then it says
demands,
on the
they'll launch a
cover,
nuclear
William
weapon.
Dafoe and Ellen Page, like it's a movie.
Is it
Is
possible?
Willem Dafoe in Beyond Two Souls?
Yes, he
I
is.
had the exact same reaction.
William Dafoe and Ellen Page.
What?
Two men.
Well, Ellen Page, I knew about that.
Yeah. William Dafoe is the detective that aids her in understanding this.
Does he have his face in the game?
They shouldn't have
He
access to
does.
a missile.
Like
What, seriously?
Yes, he does.
Pixelated Willem Dafoe? God damn it, turn this shit on. We
With
need to see the trailer
25
now.
with 25,000 pixels.
We're conducting exercises
That's-
for the new.
So he's gonna look more realistic than
Willem
Dafoe.
Something like that. And then he's
The ability to launch
stuff
a
like that.
nuclear
Oh, that mustache, man. That fucking mustache.
There's no mustache.
Walking
It looks like a fucking mustache, man.
And he's all glitching all over the place.